Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Homer, and this is my first ever playthrough of the 100-line Last Defense Academy. And I think we would call this route now. I'm pretty sure it's probably Retsnam. I think we could call it at the very least. It's the Retsnam Darumi route. And that morning, Darumi seemed to relax a little more and finally opened her eyes. Darumi's room is always crazy because it looks like someone just attacked someone in here. It's morning. Our poor gal. Honestly, I adore her so greatly that when anything bad has happened to her, it just makes me feel so sad. It sure is. Good morning, Darumi. Talk to me. What are you doing here? How do you like my epic prank? Oh, no, don't. No, it's not an epic prank. You really thought I was sick, didn't you? Man, my acting is just too good sometimes. You've been Darumi'd, brah. I know, again, she wants us to feel better. She doesn't want us to feel bad for her, but genuinely, we know it's not a prank. Darumi, please, you don't have to do that. Right. I don't remember much of it, but I did start talking like normally. You did. I heard the whole thing. So that's the thing as well that I guess I didn't pick up on the idea of is that yes, she was talking in a different fashion, but maybe it's the idea that a lot of times when she's doing her woohoo and Darumi, it is kind of again, a form of escapism for Darumi. Speaking like this, being a little bit more active, being more energetic. And maybe we did hear a lot of the way she might talk normally. I really can't do anything right now. Don't say that at all. You were hurt and you were sick. Sorry, Takumi. I wish you'd keep the truth from me for longer than this. You've been in pain for a while now, right? Why did you pretend that you were all right? I just figured you had enough to worry about already. You're working so hard to get us all through this, leading the team, trying to revive the others. You have no idea what you've done. And when he said the idea of this line here. Let me show the transcript here. You've been in pain for a while now. This is so true emotionally as well for Darumi, for her whole life as well. I didn't want to add taking care of me to your list of responsibilities. And if I'd only hidden my pain a little bit better, you wouldn't look so sad right now, would you? No, he's probably more sad because, again, you felt the need to hide it. You know what I mean? It's again, one of those situations where it's it's not the reason you think it is. I'm sorry for messing it up. No. As long as you're feeling, as long as we can, you should be able to acknowledge your feelings is what I'm saying. Why are you apologizing for this? Yes, you didn't do anything. That's what I wanted to say, but somehow I couldn't bring myself to do it. Is that also why you tricked me and made me drink that booze? Is to make him maybe pass out? Yeah, I thought it would work, would keep us apart and keep it all a secret a while longer. Oh my god, she was in pain even in that moment. Darumi, we know that suffering is going to come with this new Retsnam thing. And it's horrible to say, and I know it is horrible, but I hope she can feel comfortable eventually to kind of share that with us. And it's not a lack of comfort. She is comfort on us, but I think it's more of a case she doesn't want us to be upset. There are other ways you could have done that. Why did I do something that would make you hate me? Force of habit, I guess. No, my god, everything she says is from her past and this idea of maybe losing people. Again, I know there's the secret of this whole story and their memories and all this stuff too, but I hope you don't mind that I'm still gonna speak on this as if it was their past, because that's the way they're feeling it now as well, right? Well, yeah, force of habit, right? This idea of thinking that she's at fault for people disliking her and she's always making people hate her. It's a very sad idea.
I've always found it easier to be hated than liked.
I'm just gonna say it outright. That's a part of depression. That is pushing people away. Sometimes the people who are going through stuff like that, they sometimes rather to be, it's easier to have less people around them because then they don't have to worry about the anxiety of themselves getting hurt or other people getting hurt after the fact.
I'm just more comfortable with people thinking I'm some kind of nasty freak.
Darumi.
Don't get me wrong. The stuff about me loving killing games and being uncomfortable when everyone's happy is all true.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I know that.
I really am a freak. I know that.
No, I'm not going to call you a freak. Legitimately, you're one of the kindest souls that I've ever met.
Trying to be friends with someone like me would be exhausting, so it's better if no one ever gets to like me in the first place.
I'm not saying because I agree with this. I'm saying this is kind of what I was on the lines of what I was thinking. It's easier to push people away than have people come in and in this case be exhausted. In other cases, some people feel it's easier if I push everyone away because then they won't be hurt. But the way I would say this to Darumi is that legitimately, And you guys saw this as well in the playthrough. Like the second scenario of this game drained me a lot in terms of emotions. Not in a bad way. I'm not saying it was a bad run, but like you guys saw us during that run. It was brutal after brutal after brutal, brutal moment after brutal moment, pain after pain after pain. And while there's still pain in this route as well, of course there is. You guys have said this too in the comment section, and I say it as well myself as I'm talking to you guys. I think that Darumi has been like such an energizing force for me in this game. Because I said at the end of the last route, I genuinely was like, I need to take a bit of a break because I don't want to, because it was so much, that the second scenario was so much. And then I did this route because I just felt this jolt of energy to like see Darumi again and stuff, because and I actually wanted to see these characters again. And it's kind of crazy how like much, like it feels like I'm playing the game for the first time again. And I feel like that's down to Darumi's friendship and the way they've done her character and the good times we've had together. I hope she realizes that like, she's an energizing force in this world, and she deserves to be seen as that. She's not exhausting whatsoever. She's energizing, and she's beautiful to be around, and she's so unique and so interesting.
And if everyone here was nice, there'd be no outlet for our stress, right?
I understand what she's saying as well. She's saying that like if people are arguing, then at least they can relieve the stress. If people then like shout at Darumi, hey Darumi, stop saying that, then it's like, oh, like at least they're saying something. But you don't have to be that at all. You know what I mean? And she's very smart, by the way, to realize that a lot of people, like when they are like saying like, oh, what she's saying is weird, or when they shout at Gaku to be quiet, or when they start to say something to like you know any character, that it comes from a place of stress and anxiety. But she shouldn't have to be that outlet.
We're better off having somebody everyone can hate without feeling guilty about it.
No, and here's the thing, Darumi, if they hate, again, I don't think they hate Darumi, by the way, I don't think that, but again, I think from her perception, what's happening now is that she truly believes that everyone hates her. She truly believes that it's a hatred that people have, when in reality, we saw what happened when she passed away. Everyone stood, and again, I'm not trying to, like, it's probably a bad example, because when someone dies, regardless of, like, how you felt about them in a lot of ways, depending on the person, of course, and depending on what they did, a lot of times, you do kind of, like, come together to mourn them and the good times you have with them. But in this case, like when she passed away, it left a hole in the team, and like a lot of people were depressed about this and upset. It was a very sad day. It was really sad. And again, I think this is her own mentality telling her this. It's her own head telling her that like everyone hates her. When I don't get that vibe at all. I think everyone thinks she's weird. Let's be honest. I think everyone thinks she is weird. I think the idea of the perception of like, oh, I'm a freak. I think it's unfair to lie and say that all the characters in this game have been fair to Darumi since the beginning, because they haven't been. And interesting, I also acknowledge that like someone saying like, let's kill everybody, it's hard to be fair to that. It is, because it's like, what do you mean like kill everybody? We're under this stressful situation. But I think this, again, I don't think everyone hates her. I don't see it that way personally. I just don't see it that way. I don't see it that way, but she sees it that way, and that's what matters, and that's why we have to acknowledge her feelings and help her come to terms with the idea that like she doesn't need to be the this feeling of like, I have to be the punching bag, I have to be the person that everyone hates, I have to be the stress reliever, when she has such a beautiful soul and such an energizing soul and such an amazing personality.
If someone has to be the weirdo no one will miss, it might as well be me.
And again, I'm talking about real life and in game. I missed you. You mean it was all an act? You were alienating everyone on purpose? This is what happens, especially with someone who has like such a dark past like this and had so many things influencing her mental health. Now I think about it, since Darumi and I started hanging out more, she stopped joking around about morbid stuff so much. Yeah, because she got comfortable around you. And I started to see her as someone who was a little eccentric maybe, but basically a good person. Yes, she's eccentric. She's interesting. She has such a unique quality to her. But like, let's talk about all the good things. Like I said, she's a good person. She's energizing. She's such a great fashion sense. She's a sweetheart. She'd die for you, And now it's turned out that she is who she has always been. She just hadn't let it show. I guess it's selfish of me to decide that I'm the one who's going to fill that role. But hey, it's a role that I was born to play. No, whoever let you think that you were born to be the punching bag is wrong. They are wrong. Some of my earliest memories of are being... Jesus Christ. Some of my earliest memories are being hit until I cried, then getting hit for more for crying. That is 100%, beyond a shadow of a doubt, abuse. It's not even like, you guys can see the plain as day. It is a cycle that is absolutely horrific. The person who is doing this is, I would again, I'm not going to put any, again, I don't want to put anything on Darumi, you know, anything like, but I think the hints have been that it is a family member and it probably is her father. This is 100% a emotionally stifling situation as well as a physically horrible situation, because what happens then is that you are taught that if you cry and you show your emotions, it is a negative. You were taught that every time you cry, you're letting down a person. Every time you cry, you're doing something you're not supposed to do. When I know for a fact that Darumi, right, when she shows her emotion, she's one of the sweetest people in the world, and just like anybody else, she deserves to cry. Not deserves to cry, that sounds bad, you know what I'm saying? She deserves to be allowed to cry. This is just abuse. This is what it is. There's no two ways about it. It's horrific. Whoever did this deserves to burn. This teaches especially like a kid, this teaches a kid that if you cry and get upset, it is a negative and you should shut up. Which means she's grown up thinking, I'm supposed to be that person that everyone hits until I cry. Being the person everyone hates is a given in any group. It's pretty much my default, so I'm fine with it, really. I'm not having that. And talking to me, you better say something right now. I'm not having any of this. Because the thing I would say to her right now is the time we've spent together has been some of the most precious time that I've had. And I'm so grateful that what you did for me as well in my darkest time. You're not someone who's just to be a punching bag. You're legitimately a light that could be in anyone's life. You're someone who has got not only to talk me through this horrible situation, but like we had one of the most horrific moments at the start of this route, and Darumi legitimately got us through 40 days of pain, and we actually were able to have a laugh. We actually were able to smile through those 40 days because of Darumi. There was so much I wanted to say, but the words just wouldn't come. So Takumi stalled here, but yeah, okay. I'm not going to blame Takumi for that if he's in a state where he can't say anything, but I really would like him to say something. But again, it seems like he's in a state where he's so shocked by this situation. What could I say to Darumi in this situation without putting more stress on her? I think you just have to make her feel like not only is she welcome in her group and that you're her friend and you're very close to her and you like being around her. I think that's the important thing. I like being around you. And showcase that in different ways as well, because it's one thing to say something to somebody, right? Because especially when someone's in this state, to be like, oh, I really want to be, because here's the thing, I could say to any one of my friends who's going through this and say, I want to be around you. Of course I do. But what good does that do when they're thinking this in the brain? They haven't seen any physical aspects of this or like real life aspects of this, because every time we've hung out together in this, it has been to like even though we've loved it, it has been to do with let's go out and explore. Let's find this information. You can eat in my room, all this stuff. What I would do, and again, I'm not saying I'm an expert. Please don't ever take this as actual advice when you're dealing with a friend like this. What I would say is, hey, Darumi, how about tomorrow, right? We're not going to think about the tier. We're not going to think about anyone else. We're not going to think about anything like that. We do something you want to do. What you want to do tomorrow. And again, that might put pressure. Actually, no, I think that might put pressure on them to be like, oh God, they're like, worrying about me. Instead, casually, after all this is over, even if it's like tomorrow or the day afterwards, come to Darumi and say, hey, Darumi, I'm going to, I don't know, what's something to do for entertainment here in the Last Defense Academy? There is I know there's game consoles you can make or something like that as well, or something. It's like, maybe you can make like a ball or something. It's like, hey, I'm going to go outside and because then it's like a means to an end. And you know what I mean? Pick an activity that you would enjoy, that not necessarily is something that she has talked about all the time, and be like, hey, do you want to come with me? And then if she asks what this is all about, just be like, oh, I just want to hang out for a bit. You up for it? Or even like, hey, let's go get food together, but let's have a chat during it. And I genuinely mean that. It's like, because then it's like, and doing that over and over again, I really feel like can make someone feel, because we talk about the idea of feeling wanted versus being told you're wanted. It's two different things. Telling someone that oh, you should, telling someone like that, that they're wanted and hey, I want to be around you is not going to always help, because again, they're so within their own brain. But if you told someone, if you instead you said, text them and be like, hey, I'm going to the milkshake shop. You coming? My treat. You coming? shows a thought into them as well. Hey, there's a party on tonight. I know you don't usually come to parties, but do you want to come? And then when they're at the party, if they, keeping an eye on them and being like, you having fun? If you're not having fun, do you want to go for a walk? Do you want to go for a stroll? Do you want to go and, throw rocks at the river or something? You know what I mean? Like something like that. You know what I mean? And sorry going off on a tangent here, but this is like very, very like a dire. It's a situation that is very important. And from Takumi's perspective, obviously he's frozen in fear because again, we know legitimately he has not dealt with anything like this before. Not everyone has. And again, I'm not a doctor. Do not take my advice, my words as advice. In the end, I said the only thing I could trust myself to say yes. Okay, let's go. You don't have to put an act on around me. You can just be yourself, okay? Don't worry about making me like you or hate you. If you're having trouble, if you're in pain, tell me about it. Love it. Absolutely love it. I know you're not fine now and that you're a good person. So there's no point in trying to pretend you're not. Yes. Oh, I love that. Because this is very different from the approach I was thinking like maybe like you don't have to say anything as much, but maybe be like, let's do something together. But Takumi's taking the approach of being very direct and like almost like, in a way, not even being gentle about it, like telling her, do not keep this from me. And I feel like it's in that way where it's like, it's almost like a directive to be like, lean on me. Very interesting way of doing this. Oh my god, the smile as well. I'm very appreciative of that. I love when the game shows me a different avenue as well. I love it. That's how it is, huh? It's exactly how it is. Alright, if that's what you want, that's what I'll do. Exactly. Yes, love that from Takumi. Love that. A different avenue, different approach. I'll hold you to that. There it is. Love it. Absolutely love it. Right? It's a very, because again, what Takumi's doing is different from what I was saying. I was saying like, maybe take the approach of being like, make them feel wanted, make them feel like, it's not just about like the stuff we're doing together or this plan or this task. Takumi's actually taking a very like, you will tell me when you're upset and you have to promise me and I will hold you to that like a curse. You know what I mean? No matter what, you will have to tell me whenever you're sad or upset. I love that. I love that approach. Love it. But I'm pretty tired. I'm going to go back to sleep. Sure, go back to sleep. Takumi took an approach that I didn't see it coming. Very good, very good. Good night, Darumi. Because again, no one knows fully, like, especially unless you're like someone who's like maybe a professional or someone who's dealt with that before, like how to deal with those situations, right? We all have different ideas, but Takumi took a very like direct approach when it came to this. I felt some of my anxieties start to fade. She'd be okay now. I do whatever it took to make sure of that. Yes, Takumi, yes. Whatever new challenges await for Darumi from here on, I'd be there to help her get through them. Love it. I still felt uncertain about the future, but that determination far outweighed the doubt. Whoa, I took up a lot of time there. I was a very important topic though. I have to do something about this. I can't let her do everything on her own. She wouldn't be suffering like this if I hadn't chosen to take Retsum into her body in my place. I have to take some responsibility. Oh, him showing up at this moment as well. And just to put a pin on that, like I think that what Takumi did was say so much with it while saying so little. I think 100% Takumi said like you're needed and you're loved, but did it in a way that isn't like making her feel like you're sugarcoating it, right? Like I was saying, like you shouldn't sugarcoat, but the way Takumi did was like very direct. It was almost like an order, you know what I mean? And in that sense, it like made her feel maybe like, oh, he's serious about this. He's very serious about this. He's not sugarcoating. He's not being like, hey, come on, we're friends. We're always pals. Instead he said, you're a good person. Stop pretending you're not. You're in pain. Stop pretending you're not. I'm going to hold you to it. When something's wrong, you come to me. Right? Very interesting approach, honestly. What do you want, Sari? Yeah. What, Sari? What are you doing here? You sure are acting skittish, but it's too late for that now. Did you really think you could keep secrets from your commanding officer? I know everything. Do you know everything? You guys are thinking about releasing Atsuki, aren't you? Yes. We found out about that. It's not like I don't understand. Being short-staffed does put us at a disadvantage. In fact, I was just pondering that problem myself when I found out. Does this mean you're in favor of letting Eito rejoin the team? Don't be hasty. A soldier who hates humanity is a soldier I can trust. I'll only allow him to return to active service under certain conditions. No. Do not touch him. In one of those conditions. I've tinkered with the revive and medic settings, so it needs to be... Wait, what? So you choose if you revive him or not? Okay, if he tries anything, I can just end in his bomb and refuse to permit his revival. What do you guys think about this? I don't agree with the bomb stuff. I think it's absolutely horrible and terrific. I want to make that perfectly clear. It's absolutely horrible. But is this like an actually, like, do you guys see this as a good compromise for this? For me, I think if we're letting Edo back on the team, I think we have to treat him as a team member. That's my take. That's my take. The only way we can truly get trust out of him is to truly treat him as a team member. So I kind of disagree with this. But do you think this is what do you guys think of that compromise? Because again, I disagree with the bomb stuff on a general level, so I don't think I'll ever agree with this whatsoever. But it's interesting. It's maybe it's just because like I'm asking you guys this question because like the memory thing is way worse. It's way worse. You know what I mean? I know it sounds like I'm saying that killing him wouldn't be as bad as that, but you know what I'm saying. I disagree with the bomb stuff in general. So like to me, like I just think treating him like a member of the group would be the best option. If this is what you want to do to compromise and that's your option, then fine. But I disagree with it. So you're sending a restriction to stop him from returning on us again? I'll still give him permission if he dies in battle. In that sense, this won't be all that different from before. I guess doing this way would make it hard for Edo to cause trouble. But again, that makes him less of a part of the team. Just remember, admitting Asuki back in the team still carries a lot of risks. Believe me, I know that better than anyone. And this is true too. I'm acknowledging that 100%. It is a risk. It is something that everyone is going to have like a lack of trust with him. 100%. We have to acknowledge that. We're coming from the perspective of someone who likes Edo a bit more than we did before. That knows he's also a victim of the situation. That knows to raise the actual bad guy in this, and the academy are. So we have to acknowledge, yes, it is still a risk for everyone, and everyone's still freshly betrayed. Our mission is the same as ever, to safeguard humanity's future. I expect you to give your all in this great endeavor, so we don't remember that. Of course he will. I've got friends and family back in the complex that are counting on me. I'll do whatever I can to ensure they have a brighter future for tomorrow. Glad to hear it. In that case, I'll permit Atsuki's return to the team, starting from the next defensive battle. But even with the threat of the bomb inside him, he's still the same old traitor. I'd sleep with one eye open if I were you. Again, it's fair from this perspective to say to watch out for Edo. It's fair. Great, that's not ominous at all. Now that's to just decide. I'll leave you to tell the others. Dismissed. With that last remark, Saray went on his way. I think it's totally fair to be in this route to be nervous about Eito, but I'm of the opinion that if Eito's going to join the team, he has to be treated like a team member, or else it's not going to work. For a minute, I really thought he'd found out about Darumi. I was still safe on that count at least. I think that Saray, even if he knew about Darumi, he'd try to put some pressure on us, like to make us like a bit scared anyway. If he knew about it, I think that like he knows that there's nothing really he can do about it if there is like an ancient power that we obtained. You know what I mean? Like, what's he going to do? What can he do about it? So maybe putting some pressure on us. Because again, I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know if he doesn't know about it. I decided to do like Saray asked and tell everyone else about his decision. Day 57. We're almost at day 57. I wonder how long this is going to go. Will it go to full 100? Who knows? Possibly.
Get ready for you. Prepare. Be ready to give your... Huh?
It's morning. Better go check on Darumi and... Right now? I mean, I say right now, but they do this all the time. You know, it could be at any random chance.
Unauthorized personnel detected on school grounds. Defense mode initiated. All available troops prepare for battle immediately.
It's like sometimes I can predict when it's going to happen, but sometimes I just never predict when it's going to happen. An enemy attack. Somehow they always seem to take me by surprise. Well, if they're here, there's only one thing to do to the war room. Yeah, here we go. The battles are usually skippable, so like I'm probably just going to go through a skippable battle here as well.
Huh.
Okay, that's everyone. No, wait. Ami is still here. I was afraid of that. I guess she's not back on her feet yet. Darumi's not feeling well. I don't think she'll be able to join us this time.
Yeah.
Too bad. This was definitely the right choice then. Come on in. Here's Eito. In response to this phrase, someone else said Darumi's Eito. There he is. Hello, everyone. It's been a while. Oh my god. You know what it's like? It's like coming back into, it's like when someone comes back into like the office or something after a while. Hey guys, it's been a while, you know. Soon I'll probably informed you already, but as of today, we're reinstating Atsuki to help make up our numbers. For real? For real, legit. Don't worry though, if he betrays us again, I'll just blow him up. I'm the only one who can authorize his revival, so you can be sure he won't try anything funny. What about the suicide attack? He could still cause a lot of trouble like that, true. Please, I'm not so self-destructive that I throw my own life away. I don't want to die. I just want to see humanity punished for its wickedness. That's all. Fair enough. Honestly, he's fair, you know. if we're being honest with ourselves, like, maybe humanity does need a bit of punishment. Ain't no way I'm trusting this guy. Having a new ally that might betray us is nothing new, though. Look at Ava. That's not fair. She would never betray us. Shoma's right, but again, I don't think Eva's wrong for, like, questioning... At this moment, again, it's so hard because we've done the second scenario, but at this moment, he's not wrong for questioning that either. You know what I mean? Isn't that right, Ava? Because they don't know what's happened to her. Yes, I will kill the invaders. See? Shoma's relationship with Ava has always been, I think, on the precipice and on the border of, like, what word can I use here? Of dangerous, I feel like. I think not just on the border. He died one time because of her, didn't he? I think that's what was just the automatic reply. Which drew me out of action. Letting Edo fight might be only our only choice. And let's not lie, he also killed her one time as well. We have to do whatever it takes to win this war. I have opinions of my own in this arrangement, but for now, playing nice seems to be the best choice for me as well. I can't fight straight with this bomb in me, and if you all die, so will I. And there's one other thing. What's that? I couldn't care less what happens to humanity, but you, Takumi, you're an interesting one, because you love him. At the very least, I need to pay you back for sparing my life. You love him. Let's just hope you're not thinking of another kind of payback. You know, he's thinking of a payback. It's called a big hug and a kiss on the cheek. That's what he's thinking of. That's enough discussion. The enemy is getting closer. Let's get the show on the road. Defensive battle initiate. Again, I described it. Again, this never gets old. I described the relationship as Joker and Batman, and I genuinely feel it is like a lot closer to that, where it's like Takumi could do without with him in a way, but like Eito, and that's not Joker and Batman, but you know what I mean? Like it's like Joker, one-sided Joker and Batman, where Joker desperately needs the Batman. In this case, Eito desperately needs Takumi. No Darumi this time, so Ima goes, hey, for Gaku. I kind of miss doing battles sometimes, but like again, we're gonna get to do battles in this room for sure. But like, it's one of those things where it's a trade-off. But like, the battles are incredible. There's so much fun in this game. Like the combat system is so great, so freaking good. But the trade-off is that the pacing is immaculate. That we don't have to always do the battles. But again, we might have to do this battle. You never know.
Oh man, having Eito here is really gonna make it hard to concentrate.
What a coincidence. I'm having trouble focusing as well.
Oh my god.
It must be the stress of being around putrid, disgusting creatures like yourselves.
Eito.
I get that a lot. People say I smell like an unwashed corpse, only not as nice.
Sean was like, hey buddy, I understand.
Enough talk. Get your heads in the game.
Oh, it's not skippable. Whoa. This is like the first time in a while we haven't an unskippable battle. I'm not against it because again, we get to like actually play some gameplay as well, but like I always just expect there to be like a skippable battle because we went through like the second scenario in such a big way, you know?
Take this!
Like I think that's like fine.
Let's do this.
Wait, we don't have Nozomi on this. Oh, we do have Nozomi on this side. I couldn't see her in the shadow there for a second.
Let's go.
Get rid of this guy is pretty good. Let's make sure we have everything on this side as well. This is an interesting side, isn't it? Yeah, we can get rid of, let's get rid of this guy here.
Let me at him.
I wonder what's going to happen in this battle that's so different, though, that we haven't seen it before. Because I feel like second scenario brings you, like, almost everything, right? Maybe it's something that's going to happen with, like, Eito, maybe? That we haven't seen yet. I actually love using I know it's like, you know, I feel so bad for her, but like Ava's moves are actually great. Like it's actually a really good range. It's like a really fantastic, like it's no, let's just be honest, it's a fantastic range. Like look at that. It's an absolutely superb range. Actually, do you want to just go for this now? Past the underworld? Yeah, why not? Let's just get 2 more AP from this as well. Why not?
Kill them all at once.
Like her range is amazing.
I've used up all my strength.
Ready when you are.
We could do a bit of deadlights, but it's not worth it. It's not worth it whatsoever. So let's check the other side here as well. Ema, do you want to start like? Oh, we might not be able to just like bust through things here. Maybe we will.
I'll blow you away. Okay, okay.
Like, look at this. Like, this on top one, it says that like Ema could just be a one-man like wrecking crew. Like, look at this. It's just constantly. Like, he's actually like very freaking good.
Out of the way, pest.
This might be the stopping point, though. Honestly, I have no problem using one of our attack potions now as well. We should be using it all along, in fairness.
What a nuisance. I guess I'm up. Out of the way, pest. Hardly a chap. Oh, good.
We could maybe get rid of these two, right? Like thin out the areas a bit more,
Try this on
and then end the turn as well. Was there another side as well we didn't attend to? Probably. Like there's a lot of enemies. We probably should be focusing on more just like, but no, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be grand.
My engine stalled.
We just gotta be pretty careful about this, you know. I think the thing with not having Kadad around is what, like, you know, well, it's like one of those things where like we have a situation basically that like means that we're constantly at like a disadvantage when it comes to health. We can't just rely on her to heal that defensive system all over again.
Here goes. Out of the way, pest. I guess
Yeah, it's not like I'm actually really happy we got to do a battle this time because again, like I said, I love doing the battles, but I'm also like, you know, a bigger fan of the idea of the pacing just being good.
All right.
So like, if the game wants to do it in a different way and give me a battle every once in a while, I'll do it.
My turn. Take this. How unsatisfying. Ready whenever.
We wouldn't have enough range. Well, I wonder like, oh, cause she's zapped. Oh, she got shocked.
My turn.
So if we use an agility potion, actually, I don't think it's gonna be worth it. Hold on a second here. Let's do.
Started.
No, we have to use an agility potion because these guys are gonna wreck stuff apart here.
All right. Let's get started.
That's actually pretty good. Is this the most damage you can get here? Or if we stand here, there's no way we can, unless we do this. Can we hit all those guys at once? Unless we like dash
Time to move.
to like here
Ready whenever.
and do this.
Show me your
We'll get 3 AP from this as well, so I think it was a good decision. I don't see it as bad whatsoever. I think that was a good decision. Over here needs some attending to, of course, as well.
Handle it. Get the hell out of my way.
Well done,
Did you
Gaku.
see that? Let's freaking
Crazy
go.
shot, Max. Yeah.
Bang, bang, bang.
So then we get this move
I'll
as well.
show you what's up.
Honestly, yeah. Like, again, if we're thinning out this area as much as possible and then let Takamaru kind of take the rest. Thank you so much, Gaku. Look at this angel face. Angel baby. Not a bad decision.
Give it to him.
And I guess we could do eat this.
All in ass. Let her rip.
Because we're still going to get good AP from this as well.
Let's
Yeah.
give it to him.
I'm very okay with that. Then we can like go over to the other side as well.
Knocked it out of the park.
There's this side. Is there a side over here as well? There is, yes. But this side is fine.
Oh, good.
In fact, I actually don't mind just like
I'll blow
getting rid
you
of a few of
away.
these guys here as well.
I guess I'm up.
I can do this much.
I might just let them move in a bit. They won't do anything bad. Ato and
Let's do this.
we could airblade a few people.
Take
Just to remove the immediate threats.
Good to go.
Right to the defensive capabilities. I think it's not a bad idea.
My turn.
Use an agility
This should
potion.
do it. Good to go.
Do an impact stab on this guy.
Here. All right.
And then have you do a paralyzed bullet on this guy over here, and then yeah. So we're pretty much like almost done here, unless they bring in more enemies, which they could. No, okay, there's 2 enemies left. 3 enemies left. Yeah, we're fine.
Damn it!
Leave Gaku alone. That's probably a good idea. Leave Gaku alone. Gaku. Oh, this guy shocks people, by the way. Let's do an item. Let's do an eat this actually. And we'll actually have some like more voltage for the next round as well. Prolific stuff. Yeah, this went okay. I think we like. I think it went. Obviously, we could always do better.
Here goes.
Always, but it's grand. Especially since we haven't had a fight in this game. I think. When was the last time we had a fight in this game? Maybe like 10 episodes ago or something. Who knows? Maybe I think it was the last route.
It's been so long since I got to fight invaders. It's really quite cathartic.
You fight a cathartic. Everyone else like feels like it's suffering.
That poor girl you captured certainly has had a change of heart, hasn't she?
Of course. I belong to you now.
Oh, don't say it like that. We
anything
know.
you ask of me.
We know for a fact. We know for an absolute fact that this is like, you know, what's actually happening here. You know.
Interesting. Very interesting. What in the world did you do to her?
He knows. Look, he knows.
Don't get distracted, everyone. You've got more enemies on the way.
That's so, honestly, legitimately, that's so like, so interesting. And again, leave it up to Eito, as we said before. I've said that in the past. Like, the reason why I wanted Eito back at one point is because I know he can put Saray in his place more than anyone. He really can. Saray's big as ops, honestly. This is interesting because there's no commander and it's wave 2. That's very different.
We've been at this for a while, and there's still no sign of the commander.
That's what I was thinking too, Ema. I was thinking that as well.
Are they hiding somewhere?
I can't tell. At any rate, everyone keep your guard up.
Leave it to me. I'm finally warmed up and ready to get serious.
Oh, yeah? Let's see.
Say when.
So I think an Azure Blitz wouldn't be a terrible thing, especially around here. Get us some AP, and also we can get the boost again anyway. Like get the help from Nozomi. Azure Blitz. I love that there's memes about this being like the most powerful move, because it is the most powerful move in the game. It's
Take
insane.
care.
I'm
Up the
prepped and
rest.
ready. I've got you.
Thanks.
This combo, by the way, this absolute
Let's go.
combo is so crazy all the time. Could we dash over to here? I'm actually okay with dashing over to here. And starting into some impact stabs.
I've got this. That's it. Ready when you are. There. All right. Good to go.
Oh my god, we're like, there's no way we can get all those guys in one go. Unless we did use an agility
Here we
potion, which
go.
is, it is the last
Time to
round in
use
fairness. So I'm not
Say
opposed to like
when.
just getting rid of these guys if I can. Like if we did it from this perspective, no. Here? Yes. No, because then there's still this guy up here. This perspective. Look at that perspective. Yeah, I can get some free AP out of this as well.
One last strike.
I love that like on the other side of the field, all the heroes will see this blue light and they're like, oh, Takumi's done. Takumi's always done.
We better get moving.
Yeah, we might as well just remove the offense over here, and then I might start going in with Ema once again, because Ema's just like can tear through spaces while gaining some. Not this side. Which side is Ema, by the way? It's this side, isn't it? No, that's this side over here. Yeah, Ema can get into the battles with like a very much a.
I guess I'm up. I'll leave them a little something. All good.
With a like he can do a lot of damage while also gaining a lot of AP, but here probably not though, right? We'd have to do a lot to tear these guys apart. I think aggression signal might be good for over here for now. But I think we could use like a sacrifice potion as well, maybe Ema, and have him just tear through a bunch of these enemies, and then use an aggression signal over here maybe. This site is very interesting because again, I think what we might do is, yeah, just start tearing through a bunch of the smaller enemies. I know it's not going to gain his AP like we thought we would have.
I'll blow you away.
All good. Okay, okay. Yep. All good.
But we can do this at least.
Out of the way, pest. Here goes.
You know what I mean? Just get rid of a bunch of the smaller enemies.
Size. Okay, okay.
And then do a spear rain after this as well.
Blow you away. The rest is in your hands.
Yeah, and then we do a spear rain. Yeah, it's just it's I think Ima always works at his best
So tired.
when he's at his side of the map where he's like has a bunch of smaller enemies there, I suppose. That's where he always works best for me, I think. Like a bunch of these type of enemies, these guys here. I actually think that Gaku using a self-sacrifice potion would be a bad idea. I actually think both of them wouldn't be. The only problem I have with that right now is not knowing exactly how many enemies are going to be in this map. But I think Takamaru can
Let me at
do this. So I actually think that, like, yeah.
Here you go. This is bad, right?
It's not a good, I always forget that his move doesn't, like, actually, like, work in such a way. I guess this would be the best option.
Let's do this!
Because, again, we're losing on the idea of, like, gaining AP here. I actually think I made a few wrong decisions here, actually, even, in my opinion. Because we can do this and get rid of these guys, for sure. But then we're open up, so I don't want to do that.
All in ass.
We could do an eat this after we take an attack potion.
Let's freaking go.
Well, actually, like, as well, we could also, like,
Heads up.
we have to build up our fences too. Yeah, this was like, I had this idea in my mind, but I guess, like, you know, before I make those ideas, I should probably, like, focus on, like, how many enemies are left, how much, like, we have to actually fight.
Let's do this.
Will this actually work? Like, we got some AP out of that. That's good. That's fine. It's just such an interesting battle for me.
Time to move.
And here as well,
Ready
like,
whenever.
it might be a time for this move instead. I guess this is probably the best option. But even now, it's just like, it's a really weird assortment of enemies, because usually we have, like, a lot of the smaller big guys, right? I know it's like maybe an oxymoron, but you know what I mean? Like, you know, they're like usually like small, but they're also big. I feel like. Actually, we can actually just set up like a bunch of electrified fences as well here.
This should slow them down.
Ready whenever.
And a metal fence.
I'll put this to good
Yeah, because if we're gonna go like another turn after this anyway, we might as well go for this as well. This side is fine. So yeah, like everything's like pretty okay.
Let's give it to
Like
him.
we're not done. You know what I mean? We're not actually done at all.
Full throttle.
No more agility
All
potions, so
in
we have to
ass.
just like take these out little by little, which is fine.
Let's do this.
Electrified fence.
Setting it up.
Go for that there. Why not? This side here, I feel like we could like.
Time for battle.
Yeah, I feel like staying behind the fence is not a bad idea.
Don't expect much from me.
Just to stop them from getting to the thing.
hope I'm
Yeah, I
doing
think we
this
let them move in a
right.
bit. We let them move in a bit. And we'll take our turn next time as well. Yeah, because they're not going to do much damage this time. We basically have this done if we can just get these, because no one else moved in anyway. Yeah, fine, perfect.
Leave it to me.
Spirit rain on this guy over here.
Here goes.
And I think it's intentionally like a weird sparsement of enemies, because like usually we have like a way easier time of just dispatching them, but I think they are like in a weird position
Let's
here.
give it to him.
I actually think that using a desperation potion here wouldn't be a bad idea.
Let's do
All right,
this.
yeah, I actually think so.
Heads up.
Now, unless like more enemies coming after this, then we're in trouble.
It ain't over yet.
But I think doing this isn't going to be a terrible thing. Because then we're going to die here. Is there any way to get every one of them in the picture? I don't think so. But they're only going to do minuscule damage anyway to this thing, so like, yeah. I'm for that. Right? Yeah, just get rid of these two big guys.
I'm ready. ready for whatever you got.
If more enemies come in, we can send some. We can send Ato down here or something. We can send Takumi even down here as well.
Feel half bad.
Yeah. Because they're gonna die anyway in this round. Oh, we could totally. If we had agility potions, this is over, right? If we had agility potions, this is done.
Well then, to business. Show me your inside.
We probably should have attacked with her first.
Don't let up.
I'm good whenever.
Can we give you an attack potion as well?
Locked and loaded. Just a quick
I owe you
drop
one.
Ready when you are. Don't try to stop me. Leave it to me.
Killing boost, but then everyone on this side is gone. Yeah, no, we don't want to do killing boost. Yeah,
I'm good whenever. Take this.
getting rid of all the little enemies is really
I'm taking
important.
the wheel. How's this? I'm good whenever. Let's roll. I'm taking the wheel.
And then we can go back here, I guess.
Leave it to me.
Yeah,
Let's ride.
and we still have desperation potions. So like, if there's any like thing we need to do here, because again, like, there's one enemy left on this whole field, right? And it's over with Takamaru.
I've got this.
Now we could dash over here, but we won't reach Takamaru. But I honestly though, like, we might as well start the dash over here anyway. Wait, was this not? Oh, Takamaru's gone. What are we talking? Yeah, no, yeah, okay, that's fine. One might, like, my mind can get sometimes lost in these battles. Yeah, I think if they go now, we're over anyway. Yeah. Okay, that was an interesting battle. Like, it's rare we don't have a battle with a commander, right?
Hell yeah, I'm back!
Very interesting.
We've done it. The invaders have been destroyed.
Was that all of them? What about the commander?
That's the thing. It's like the lack of the commander. The lack of the commander is the important part.
I'm not getting any readings. I think we're good.
Are you sure?
So the commander just didn't show up? What, did they get scared and run off?
That feels really weird. I'm so worried about this.
What a pity. I was looking forward to letting off some more steam.
Perhaps Veshnes already absorbed the commander that was supposed to lead this team.
Sure, but I'm just so uneasy.
What? Why would she do that?
She'd want them to attack first, right? Yeah.
She's obsessed with gaining more and more power.
Sure, but wouldn't she attack first?
It wouldn't be unusual for her to cannibalize any strong fighters she has access to.
I just think this is worrying. I think this is so
Even
worrying.
her own allies? How can she be so cruel?
Oh, I know this to be true, but I know she is cruel.
I hate to admit it, but if she's getting even stronger, adding an extra fighter to our team was definitely.
Is that what they're
the
trying to
right
showcase
call.
here? Having no commander here is to be like, hey, like there's not enough, like she's getting stronger as well. Because that's a very interesting way of doing it.
Much as I'd like to, I can't argue with that.
Yeah, well, don't get comfy. If this guy gets his way, we might wake up to a smaller team tomorrow.
The idea that you're paying that much attention
Of course
to
it
me
does.
makes my skin crawl.
Like again, he's not even like, man, I love getting this attention. He's legitimately like I hate humans paying attention to me.
Say that again. I dare ya.
And it's so sad because we know the truth, and in the end, he didn't hate humans.
Sorry to disappoint, but apart from Takumi, I
Oh my
have no real
God.
interest in any of you. As for living quarters, I'll continue using my cage for now.
Oh. Can you imagine saying that to someone? I hate you guys so much that I want to live in my cage. Like, that's how much he's like, you guys disgust me. And in this sense, he's like he's literally saying again, the only one I care about is Takumi.
Well then, good night, everybody.
Wait. He's just after the battle? Right after the battle, he goes to bed? Oh my god, he is no, I'm sorry, like he has become the funniest character in the history of video games. The way he acts. Without another word, Eito began walking back towards the school, looking so casual, so utterly at peace with himself. It was actually pretty unnerving. You know what's funny though? If I played this route first, I probably wouldn't find this funny. I'd be like, what the hell's wrong with him, you know? But knowing that like how he was in the second scenario, now it's just funny.
We should head back and rest up too.
You know what I mean? Now him being like I'm gonna go back to my cage right after the battle. See ya. You know, it's like actually funny. But back like just because we know in the second scenario he like came to terms with the fact that he doesn't actually hate humanity. And he did a lot of horrible stuff to himself, and we realized he was a victim as well. But that's not the part that's funny. But the part that's funny is like after you admit all that, his jokes just became like hilarious. They really did.
Eito's probably not going to cause trouble right away, but let's keep an eye on him all the same.
It's totally fair.
Yeah, I guess that's all we can do.
As an S rank as well. I think that battle went well. I think the only thing, like, you know, like it's an S rank, so we can't really say anything bad about it, really. The battles are just really fun. And so the Dave's defensive battles came to an end. Thanks to Eito's participation, it had been quite as stressful as it hadn't been quite as stressful as the last few times. Okay, so they're literally saying like, because of Eito was here, it actually wasn't that bad this time. But between Darumi's condition and the idea that Veshness was getting stronger, I wasn't ready to relax just yet. I was left with an all too familiar sense of unease that I couldn't shake off.
Up and at 'em, troops! Time to rise and shine! Get ready, prepare to be ready to
I think it's good to admit though that, like, again, like, you know, not only are we feeling worried about Darumi, of course, but also like there's also the worry about Eito. There's a lot of worries are still going on here, but I think it's also just it's such an unusual time that like admitting as well to ourselves that like, oh yeah, this was less stressful. That's what they're trying to show in that battle. I think the reason why they had no commander there as well and had the battle be actually the easiest battle we've ever done in this game, let's be honest, it was nothing. Right? Like it was. Like, let's be honest, the battle was easy as hell. It wasn't any struggle. And not that any battles are struggles lately, but sometimes at least with battles it's like, oh, I have to think about this. But we failed on strategy like 3 times there, I felt like, and doing the wrong thing. I even said we did the wrong thing. And it still was mega easy. And I think story-wise, intentionally, it's supposed to be. And you could say, well, it happens because you loved your characters. Yes, 100% that too. But I'm saying, like, this is like, I think they're trying to showcase that, like, with Eito, this is going to be really smooth. And they tried to showcase that by giving us a very easy battle. We had defensive battle yesterday, so things should be quiet for a while. Doesn't mean we can just goof off. So first, I'll check on Darumi and... I thought they were going to do another alarm. I thought there was going to be a second alarm. Who's that? Could be Darumi? I opened the door to greet my morning visitor. Oh! Hiroko. What's up? Did you need something? That's very interesting. I need you to come with me. It's urgent. Oh, wow. I didn't ask questions. The look on her face said it all. Whatever happened, I was pretty sure I wasn't going to like it. Here's the facts. If Hiroko shows up to your door and asks you to come with her, you go. But the fact that she looks like this as well means it's very serious. What's happening? Darumi's here, by the way. Is it with Darumi? Hiroko got everyone together and brought them to the garage. But, oh, Soraya is here. What? What is that? The garage door looked like it had been blown in by a hurricane. It's shown signs of being subjected to a series of vicious attacks. Just kicked in a door? Kind of anticlimactic. Just a kicked in door, kind of anticlimactic, don't you think? Darumi, should you be out of bed already? No sweat, I'm fine now. I may have been out for a battle, but I can at least move around now. Look how cute she is. Even with a kicked in door and someone kicking in the door, she's still adorable. Gotta say that waking up to this level of destruction is just a little bit lame. I was expecting to find like at least 10 massacred corpses all in a big pile or something. Well, that's the opposite of what we got, I suppose. You're back to your regular creepy self. She's not creepy. But then again, that's what, again, we said that before. They'd be like, yes, people do see her as a bit creepy because of the stuff she says. And it's hard not to be like, oh, she's always talking about killing games. But it is one of those situations where it's like, yeah, like you can't deny that people are going to see her as creepy. But we know also part of her story is that, she puts on a lot of creepiness, so people will think she's creepy. Right, so for everyone's, so far as everyone else knows, it's the normal Darumi. Exactly, yes. People still think that she is like the creepier person. Gotta say, I'm surprised whoever did it was without me noticing. This place was fine last time I checked. Did this morning this. You're sure somebody did this? It's not just a structural accident or something? I did... Are they leading this towards, and this is just a guess, is they leading this towards the possibility that, like, it has something to do with Red Storm? Right? Because, again, it would make sense if it's, like, in this route.
Oh.
These marks look like they were made by repeated hits with a blunt instrument. I was first on the scene. Usually I come by to do some machine work before breakfast. A blunt instrument, so it couldn't have been just like a monster then, so maybe it's not Red Storm? And it can't be Eito, because Eito's weapon is sharp. It wasn't like this yesterday morning, but then we had the battle and we just crashed afterward. And I'm pretty sure this happened sometime between the end of the battle and the start of the day today. In other words, it could have been any one of us. Is it just the door that's been damaged? Are the machines inside okay? I took a quick look, but they all seem to be fine. I need to fess up. He has a sharp weapon, though. He has a very sharp weapon. Excuse me, do you mind not yelling to spell your breath is bad enough to add your voice to the mix? This is what I'm talking about. After second scenario, all his jokes are hilarious. Don't play dumb with me. You did this, didn't you? Me? What grounds could you possibly have for suspecting me? Why would he do this for as well? How about everything you've ever said and done? You got let out yesterday. Now this happens? It's gotta be you. And again, it's okay. It makes sense as to suspect him. But like, again, I look at this as like, what motivation? Why would he do this? That face, that voice, that smell, it's almost more than I can take. That does it. You're so taking a pounding. Both of you calm down. That's why we need to assess the damage and carry out any repairs before we start throwing blame around. I think that's been a common thing throughout the entirety of Last Defense Academy is the paranoia, right? It's definitely been a common thing. Come on, it'll go a lot faster if you all pitch in. Why would anyone do this though? Destroying everything would be one thing, but just why just mess it up a little? That's the thing, it's either like sending a message trying to get into the doorway, or it's like, I was thinking something to do with Retsnom, but I don't know if it's just like blunt damage. Who cares about that? We already know Eito's one who did it. I mean, it's so obvious. And again, I'm just like I said, I'm not going to really go downplay Gaku. You know, I'm not going to be like upset with Gaku or Takamaru for blaming Eito, because again, it would make sense that the first thing their mind would go to, especially in this paranoid situation. Just like I said earlier on with Gaku, him calling Darumi creepy is exactly what she wants in this moment. But yeah, it makes sense that the paranoia would get to blaming the one person that you just set free. You just set him free and all of a sudden this happens. We can't name the culprit until we have a clear idea of their motive and what they were trying to achieve. I was thinking that too. Exactly. Why? Why would he do that? Detective Kako. That's right, Mr. Fishface. I'd appreciate if you refrain from shooting down my dear sister's ideas when she's trying to make important deductions. Did you just call Gaku Fishface? What do you call him Fishface? Gaku. Ima is the snark or whoever lived. We need to clean this place up before discussing things more. I suppose I can help with that. Wait, what if the culprit only messed things up so they could sneak in with the cleaning party? If there's a chance that that was their plan, we shouldn't allow any potential suspects inside. Isn't everyone a suspect though? None of us have airtight alibis. What, you really think one of us did this? I think what Ima and Kako are really good at here is always like, you know, talking about the motivations and the possibilities of things, because they do love those detective stories. And I think, like, you know, it's not wrong to like be like, who could have done it, you know? Like, it's because we've seen surprises before where, like, you know, like Yugabu was the one who like drugged us or whatever, you know what I mean? You never know. But then again, that wasn't this route. I'm just saying it's possible. Yeah, possibilities. Let's take a moment to review what we know so far. We have two potential motives the culprit would have for doing this. The first is that they wanted to damage the garage or something inside of it, yeah? The second is that the damage itself was just a misdirect, and they wanted to sneak in and do something else while we were cleaning up. Okay, so we have misdirect, and the other one is... So it's damage to the garage or something inside it, but that doesn't make any sense because we don't have, like, actually any damage here, and then there's a misdirect. Okay. Either way, allowing the culprit to help at this point would be too risky. Do you think I was thinking, like, maybe my thought process, if it was Retsnom, like, and the only reason I'm thinking it could be something to do with Retsnom is because this is like the route. It's the Retsnom kind of like Darumi route we're on. So I wonder if it is something to do with Retsnom. And again, it could be something else. We don't know. But like, it would make sense if it was tied to like that aspect. So what are we gonna do? Pick someone Russian roulette? I don't think that's gonna help. Why couldn't you just suggest a regular roulette? We don't need a Russian part. I mean, you know what? Everyone needs a hobby. You know what I mean? It's simple. We just need to leave the cleaning to the one person who would have no reason to do this. You mean?
Oh.
That'd be you, Tsubasa. Oh, interesting. Because again, why would she want to destroy all these mechanics? Me? You use the garage all the time. I find it hard to believe that you want to break in anything in here. And also it's Tsubasa, right? It's Tsubasa. And if you were up to something, you could just walked in like normal without any arousing any suspicion. Exactly. Very smart by Hiroko here. I guess that's fair. And I was going to volunteer so I could check on the machines anyway. But this is a lot for me to handle on my own. Can I get someone to help? Else to help? In that case, why don't you take it, Sumino? I mean, that makes sense as well. Takumi, why would he do this? Why me? Yeah, why him? Takumi could be the one behind this for all we know. He's got a history of lying and keeping secrets from us too. Again, I feel like Gaku is always like the voice of the questioning in this group. Because again, I don't blame it because I think he always has very honest reactions. I almost forgot about that for a second as well. This is how this route started. But yeah, like I don't know. I like that Gaku's the one who's always like, well, it could have been this person. Why couldn't it have been that person? It could have been that person. Because I feel like he always speaks like from very like an honest human heart almost. And he's worked hard to regain your trust since then. Why would he throw it all away now? Does he know about the Darumi stuff and that's why he's saying this? I trust Takumi. I don't think he's the culprit. I'm okay with him helping too. He's our team leader after all. Look at that smile. You can take it from here, leader. Oh, you guys. There's no problem for Takumi. He'll have the garage looking good and new in no time. Thank you, Darumi. Our cheerleader. You too, Darumi? Unlike me, you're somebody everyone trusts, Takumi. I feel totally at ease leaving this job to you. Come from you, that doesn't exactly mean a lot. Yeah, it's like, oh my god, Ada really likes me. That's like almost like a detriment to yourself and your public appearance. We'll leave things to you then. To you two then. The rest of us will go back to preparing her for our next battle. With that, the others stepped through the battered, broken door, leaving me, Tsubasa, and Saray all alone in the garage. I just can't wait to push any odd jobs onto me. I love that Takumi's also referencing this too, because again, they do make him do a lot of stuff. It's very, very, very fun that he's getting to reference this now as well. Sorry, Takumi. I really do appreciate you staying to help, though. Yeah, sure. I'll do what I can, but it still looks like a lot of work for just the two of us. To tell you the truth, Sumino, my money's on Atsuki being the one behind all this incident. I think it could have something to do with the Red Stomp stuff. I'm not sure. I just don't see it as... I can't see it that way. You know what I mean? It's not... You guys know I was always the first to accuse Eito of anything. But I just don't see it this way now. I don't. That makes sense. He's easily the most suspicious. He is the most suspicious. It makes sense that you would be suspicious of him, but I just don't see it that way. But I still can't figure out why he'd smashed the place up like this. What was the point of it? Nothing's been seriously damaged, so it doesn't look much like sabotage. Anyway, I'll be keeping an extra close eye on him. You be careful too. Sure. Right. In a way, he's my responsibility now. I won't let my decision to let him come out to bite us. And yes, again, I do agree with him there as well, since we're the ones who like said, hey, you know, we can bring Eito back. It is actually another one of the reasons why like we would be responsible for him as well, you know? Sounds good. Well, good luck with the cleaning. Yeah, it's an interesting mystery because again, it could go any way, but I do think it could be more likely to do with something to do with the rest of something, which means it would have something to do with Darumi. But I'm not sure how that would even work. Like, what's it doing to her then if she banged up a door? You know what I mean? If Retson banged up a door, it's very interesting. Even Saray ran away from this job. I love they're just making them do the odd jobs. Guess we should get started. Maybe we'll be able to finish by the end of the day. I suppose. And honestly, Tsubasa, there's way worse pieces of the people that we could ever like be cleaning up with. Honestly. As I began work on repairing the garage door, I had an unpleasant jittery feeling in my chest. It was like I could sense some kind of vast, unknowable threat lurking in our future, but I had no idea how to deal with it. Oh my god. Saying this in the route where, like, Darumi has a monster inside of her makes me very worried about Darumi. It really does. I tried to put all my worries to one side, focusing on getting the garage back in working order. The work continued all the way through that day and the rest of the next one too. So we just literally went through a day and a half, I guess, or 2 days? That's an interesting way of skipping through days, right?
to rise today. Honestly, I'm kind of... Anyway, for your... Okay!
Thanks. We're finally done. I can't believe it took us 2 whole days, but maybe I should be grateful it was just 2 days. Yeah, no, it wasn't really right to make them do this for 2 days, though. That's like a lot. That's a lot of work. I know what you mean. Nothing was damaged as bad as the door, but it would have taken me a lot longer on my own. No, I'm glad I helped you then, Tsubasa, because they were going to make you do this no matter what, so I'm glad we were here for sure. So thanks for the help, Takumi. You're welcome, of course. We could have done it faster if the others all helped too, true. But I guess I get the suspect thing as well. But I genuinely also adore Tsubasa, so helping her out in any way is fine with me.
Huh?
So did anything important get broken in the end? Or did you find something weird hidden somewhere? No, nothing. It all seems so random and pointless. Nothing happened since then, so maybe the culprit already got what they wanted? Possibly. That's an interesting theory, like whatever they wanted or whatever was needed in here is already obtained. Or is it the other way around, like they gave up on the garage and they're going to try something else instead? Another interesting theory. There's so many things up in the air here. Honestly, I have no idea. I don't see how messing up the garage a little could possibly achieve anything. Does that mean the culprit will strike again? And if they do, will it just be a more random destruction? Saray said he thinks it was Eito, but I don't see why he'd want to do something like this. Again, I am team not Eito, 100%. I don't think that he gains anything from this. Yes, you could say he creates a bit of paranoia amongst the group, but I think he can do that in so many different ways. You know what I mean? I think he could do that in so many different ways. I don't, and also if he, and again, I will say as well, as always with Eito, if he's planning to betray us, it's already been put in motion 10 episodes ago. You know what I mean? So we're along for the ride now if it is Eito. I don't get it either. I'm tired. I want to take the rest of the day off. Yeah, I want to take the rest of the day off, 100%. That'd be so nice. Yeah, I think we've earned a little break. Just relax a little bit. Tsubasa left, but my work for the day wasn't done just yet. It had been a while since I last spoke to Darumi. I decided to drop by her room and see how she was doing. Very, very important. And I think a lot of the key word in this whole run has been a lot of responsibility, right? The responsibility of choosing, the responsibility of that lie, the responsibility of choosing who lives and dies at the start, basically, the responsibility of taking care of Darumi after everything has happened, the responsibility of Eito being left free from his cage and having to worry about him as well. There's a lot of responsibility once again being put on Takumi. Honestly. And a lot, self-imposed as well, right? In a lot of ways, for sure. 100%. Hello, Darumi, I brought you some food. Is she under the covers? Thanks, Takumi, you're a lifesaver. Oh, poor Darumi. Darumi was still in bed with the covers pulled over her head. Not getting up. Are you feeling okay? I'm totally fine. No. You promised. I just want to remember what it was like to pretend to be sick so you can skip school. Oh my god. That's very funny and very sweet. But remember you said that you wouldn't, if you were upset, you told us you would, right? And I know it's tough. But still, I know it's tough. That's a very funny thing, though, and very sweet of her to say, and how about the truth? Exactly. Remember we said we'd hold you to it? And I love we're taking the initiative on this, by the way. As we said, we're taking the initiative. We're saying, we're going to tell you, we're going to say to you that you have to tell us, right? I'm really, really tired and I don't even have the energy to get out of bed. Okay. All right, then don't. Just rest. We don't want to risk making things worse. I'll leave your food here. Do you want anything else to help you pass the time? I can probably get you some manga or something from the Gift-O-Matic. You like killing game stories, right? I've got an interest in it too. It's also into cute... Okay, I'm also into cutesy, heartwarming stuff, but admitting that would spoil my image. Don't worry about spoiling your image. It's just Takumi. It's just us. What are you into? Trust me, your image will be just fine. And you promised to drop to act when you're around me. Yeah, exactly. So tell Takumi what you're into. I can go find some cutesy stuff if you want. I think I saw some animal-themed manga in the library. Would that be any good? Animals, huh? Is that a no? It's not that I don't like them, but they tend to bring up bad memories. Oh. Like how my dad made me live in... F this man. F this man. If I ever saw someone like that. And, oh my god, I just read the second line as well. How my mom used to feed me... It's a horrific abuse. Horrific. There's not a redeemable quality in these people. They're nothing but dirt. Pieces of dirt. I know people can say as well, by the way, that it is like legitimately like their memories, right? Like again, from the other route we played, it's their memories. We're treating this as real, by the way, because it's real in her head. It's real in all of our heads. But that is absolutely horrific. Hard pass on anything animal rated then. Yeah, no, like, we'll figure out what we can do. That's horrible. That's absolutely horrific. At times, I guess I just need a nice, simple action series. Heroes overcoming hardships to get stronger and beat up the villains. Something like that would be great. I feel you. Sometimes, like, I don't want to watch people suffering. And, like, I started watching a show recently where it was, like, really dark. And I switched over to a love story very quickly. Sometimes you're just not in that mood. Sure, I think I can handle that. And let me know if you need anything else. Thanks. You're so nice talking to me. No. You're the loveliest. I'll be right back. Don't worry about staying awake for me. Yeah, we'll get all the stuff. Don't worry about it. Darumi stayed under the covers the whole rest of the day, with me dropping in now and then to bring her anything she asked for. That's so sweet and that's so lovely. What a way. That's like truly taking care of someone, you know? And she deserves it. She deserves to be taken care of after everything she's gone through as well and everything she's doing for everybody as well. Ding dong bing bong.
Up and out of troops, time to get prepared. Be ready.
The days are flying by here, so they could go to day 100, and it seems like it's going way faster than the second scenario. The next morning, I went to Darumi's room again to ready to take care of her some more. How's she doing? Oh, she's up at least, right? But this is so sad that, like, because again, like, a lot of people just might think, like, oh, it's just a day in bed, right? But you guys know whenever you feel sick, and you know you had some responsibilities, or you know other people are taking care of you, it can feel like it can feel bad. It can. I think, sometimes, like, people, sick days have been, I think in media and in stuff like that have sometimes been, weirdly set up in a way where people look at, like, oh, I'm under the covers all day. Sick is like, oh, like, you got a free day. You just had whatever you done. Like, when I'm sick, I go to bed right away, right? And I lie down and I sleep. I sleep and I stay there in the bed for the day, right? It's not fun. Like, for me, it's not fun. Like, a fake sick day, yeah, sure. But that's not fun. It's not fun feeling like you can't get up. It's not fun. And in this case, it's way worse than anything that we could ever imagine as well. You know what I mean? It's no trouble. You sure you're okay to get back on your feet today? Yeah, I'm feeling better than yesterday, at least. It's also, there was something I wanted to show you, sure? What is it? Well, take a look at this. She rolled up her sleeves to reveal what was underneath. Oh, no. Oh, it's like, oh, it's barely her arm anymore. It's only her hand. Oh, look at her face as well. Like, look at her. That has to be so scary. Darumi's arm had undergone another transformation. It barely even looked like... Yes, I'm saying it's just a hand left. It almost looked like...
Looks like some kind of monster, huh? I guess I'm getting a little closer to Retsnom's true
Yeah, but I don't want to lose
form.
Darumi.
We'll be so screwed if anyone sees this.
Yeah, 100%.
I might not be able to go outside for a while.
Oh, it's so hard looking at this again. Like, it's... I understand that she's like excited about it in a way because she knows it's about to like it's like gonna help Takumi in the end and what he wants to do and like and bring these people back. But like, I hate seeing Darumi like this.
Not to mention, the pain is so bad, I can barely get out of bed most days.
That's horrible. It's debilitating her. It really is debilitating her.
Don't look at me like that. I'm dealing with it.
You shouldn't have to deal with anything. This is horrible that this even happened. Like, it really should have stopped before we even did any of this. We were on the right path with our crew.
Plus, now that my arm's changed again, I can do more than before. That's the feeling I get anyway.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't know what it's like to be in chronic pain. I only know what it's like to have, like, say, like, there's and this is not even compared to this or anyone who has actually chronic pain. I want to make that clear. I remember, like, for a while there, I had an earache and a toothache at the same time for 2 weeks. You get nothing done in that time. You barely can, like, even, like, focus. Your whole life is focusing on this one thing, right? I know that was 2 weeks, right? And that's nothing compared to what she's going through. And people as well who go through chronic pain all the time, you guys know this, I know people in my audience have told me about this before as well, whether it be a back or a leg or neck or something like this as well. Like, because some people will say, like, oh, I have a bad back, and, like, they're always in pain and stuff like this as well. People underestimate that, like, usually people are just, like, dealing with it in the best way they can, but it's their life. Can you imagine having this, like, this is what pain is like. Pain is such, like, a life-altering, and it takes over your life. Have you ever had a stomach ache? Like, again, a stomach ache. That takes over your existence for the time that it's there.
I might be able to make a ruby tear with just a little more effort.
Yeah, but I honestly don't even give a damn about the routine. I just want you to be okay. If we can get this out of you, I would love to get it out of you.
Taking part in battles is probably off the table for a while.
Oh, Darumi. Again, it's like we have her back as well, but then also at the same time too, she's going through suffering for this whole mission.
Don't worry about that. I'm doing my best to take up the slack, and we've got Ato fighting for us now.
Yeah, and you deserve to be happy, and you deserve to be good.
Oh, cool. That's good. I'll just keep doing my thing back here then.
Oh my god, the way she even does like the little accent to make everything seem like it's okay. You know what I mean? Have you ever done that? I think I've done that before when I've been upset. You know when you do the thing where you're like, when you're like, oh man, I'm a little bit sad today. You know what I mean? Like you do something weird like that, like in front of your friends, because you want. It's like almost like you want to express that you're, upset, but like also at the same time too, you're like doing this funny accent to avoid that feeling too.
Hey, can I ask you to cheer me up?
Oh my god, yes. 100%.
Real talk? This hurts so bad. It's all I can do to stop myself crying every waking moment.
Oh my god, that's so horrible.
But when I think about how it's for you and the others too, I know that it's worth it.
I'm gonna say this right now, it's not. You shouldn't have to go through pain at all. At all. This should never have happened. I genuinely I stand by that we should have stopped when everyone started to be friendly with us. But again, our mind was so tunnel visioned.
I sure could use a little pep talk to help me get through it,
Oh
though.
my god. And that's like how, that's like, you know, her relationship with Takumi. She's like, I like, you know, she sees him as someone who can cheer her up. Come on, Takumi, you got this.
I won't say anything like, hang in there or tough it out. I really have no idea what you're going through after all.
Very accurate. Very accurate.
But I believe in you. I know that you can get through this.
Takumi.
I know that because that's the kind of person you are.
I love that.
Darumi.
I absolutely love that. That's the type of person you are. I can do it, huh? That's the first time anyone's ever said so. Oh my freaking god. The people that mistreated her are scum of the earth. The fact that, like, no one's ever said to her that they believe in her. No one's ever said that they believe in Darumi. And I do. We all do. I wish I could, like, scream for the comment section into the game as well, because, like, I have a comment section full of people whenever people do comment on this. Of people supporting Darumi. Now I really got to see this through. I'll try hard to endure the pain until it's over. I wish we could reverse this. I don't want this anymore. I'm going to rest up a little, then I'll see what this arm can do. That might give me some clues about the ruby tear. You'll figure it out, for sure. I know you can do this, Darumi.
Right.
I decided to give Darumi some space and went back to my own room for a while. We're probably going to end the video here as well, guys. Do you think it's going to be... wait, 1 second. I should have been on the one to rest on fuse with, but it's not like I can change anything by dwelling on that. Darumi said she'd do her best to get through all this. All I can do is be there for her when she needs me. She can do this. She can bring everyone back. I have to believe in her. The more immediate problem is whether we can make it through our remaining battles without her. We'll work something out. Darumi's already doing her part. Now I have to do mine. Free time? No? Now, okay. Now is a good time to end the video. Because it would have been awkward to start, because I could tell it was something about the next part as well. Okay, so this was a really hard video to get through, But it's one of those situations where I always have to remember, like, when we treat these characters like real people, whenever I feel like, oh, this was hard to get through because of like the moments of like that Darumi is describing her feelings, it's not because I ever want to be like, oh, they shouldn't, describe Darumi and how she feels. It's actually more of a case of just like, it's meant to be hard to get through, but that doesn't mean that like again, as we treat, I know it sounds weird, but we treat these characters like real people. I'm saying to myself, whatever I feel when I'm playing this, like, is, not nearly as bad as what Darumi is going through. You know what I mean? And once again, I think this was a deeper moment in this playthrough of not only like her going deeper into Redstone, but her being more honest with Takumi. And that honesty is so important because she is a character who is revealed now to us, by the way, that like she puts on a lot of the stuff that she does. Like, woohoo, let's do this, and like, Darumi, all the different accents and stuff like that. Not because like, she doesn't love killing game stuff, or she doesn't love all those video games and all the stuff she loves, because there's genuinely like a feeling from Darumi, at least I feel anyway, of escapism. She's had such a horrible life where now we've realized there's other stuff. Not only does she have to do that freaking job, which like, some people are saying like it could be like escort stuff and stuff like that as well. I was thinking like even host club stuff as well, which is also horrible for anyone. Her, like, she was a kid. You know what I mean? That's horrible. But like also, her mother feeding her cat food is 100% an abusive thing. And it goes out saying, it's like this idea of like, you're an animal. This is the way we see you. You know what I mean? This is because again, there's one thing if like she was feeding her food and it was bad food, but like it's one of those situations, or like it was like, because we've all had financial struggles at one point in our lives, and you don't get them with the highest cuisine or anything like that. But this was a situation where it's like this it's a sending a message for, and it's horrible to say. I'm sorry to like say this because I know a lot of people probably went through like some horrible stuff with their families as well. It is a message that for some reason that mother wants to send. That's basically like, this is what I see you as. Her dad put her in the doghouse. This is abuse. And anyone who did not help her in these moments, I'm going to say this without any reservations, you deserve to be eradicated. If you saw this happening and you didn't help her, if you're the dad or the mother that did this, you deserve to be eradicated. Now, we also have to talk about the idea that like the memories that the Academy put in these characters, like more and more I hate the Academy because while by the way, in this route, we're going to be treating all the memories as real. Let's just put that to the side right now. Let's put it to the side. But the Academy is evil. That's evil to put that in someone's mind. Evil. Absolutely evil. And I think all that stuff that's happened in her past, people not loving, feeling like people didn't love her, even she said to us, she feels like she has to be the punching bag because that puts people together, which again, I hate that idea. I've heard that idea before where like people say, there has to be one person in the group that everyone makes fun of. And it's like, no, there doesn't have to be. If you need one person to make fun of in your group, you're boring. Your group is boring. You are boring people with nothing to say and no actual, we need, and I'm not saying like playful making fun, because again, me and my friends make fun of each other all the time, you know what I mean? Like my best friend and I, like will insult each other, but like it's always like from a place of like, we know we like our limits, right? To have that one person that like, it's like, like the punching bag, if you're someone who believes that like, like every friend group needs that one person we all don't like and we all like bully and stuff, you are not only just a bad person, but you are a boring person. You're boring. You're so boring. Because you can't have fun without that stuff. And again, like I said, I'm not talking about that one friend who maybe like everyone pokes fun at sometimes, but like he like, pokes fun back. I'm not talking about that. Friends fight, friends argue, friends make fun of each other. I recently saw the BTS boys on Twitter, like videos of them making fun of each other too. They do that. Friends do that. But there's a difference between like one person getting the brunt of absolutely everything in a very abusive way. And that's what Darumi's talking about here as well. She wants to be that punching bag. She's always been that punching bag. She's been the person that shows she has no value. She's never been told that she's believed in. And I think that's why, her putting on the accent and putting on all this stuff is like escapism for her. She's escaping the reality of all the stuff that's happened in her life. And it's not fair. It's not fair at all. But it's what she's gone through. And I think that Takumi is the ultimate, like, friend for her, because it's not because of like, oh, this is a friend that like I'm doing something for because he's so nice to me, or he's done something nice for me, or I'm indebted to. She's starting to realize Takumi is like cheering me up. Takumi is like my center. And there's nothing wrong with that, because let's be real here. As we said, without Darumi, we are not getting through those 40 days. Without Darumi, emotionally, Takumi is destroyed. End of. And it's not about like a transactional thing. It's reciprocal. They're friends. They love each other. They care about each other. And I love that it's come to this with their relationship as well. I don't love it because obviously they're in pain, but I'm saying I love that they can lean on each other if needs be. And in this moment, Darumi is going through this pain because we came up with this idea, but we like pushed forward this idea, and it should have been us in a lot of ways. But Darumi is like suffering more and more every day, and it's very upsetting to me. And I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know if she has something to do with the door. I'm starting to think maybe it was something to do with the door. But regardless, it's like equal parts. It's not equal parts. It's 20% absolutely beautiful that the relationship between Takumi and Darumi is at a state where it is. It's like beautiful that Darumi can rely on Takumi, but it's absolutely horrific that it has to be under these circumstances, and also horrific that she's felt the need to not be around people and not have people care about her for years and years because of the way that some horrible dirt people treated her in the past. Honestly. Guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you for watching. We'll be back again with more Last Defense Academy on Saturday. And of course Monday after that as well. I think this might be, we'll see how, again, as always, the way we're going to do this is like, I'm never going to say it's the last route we're doing, because I think one of the things that always happens is I will get to the end of the route and be like, I want to do more, but who knows if I get to the end of this route and be like, I don't want to do more. I want to take a break. You know what I mean? I feel like we've been playing it since April at this point, which is crazy that we're coming into like, I think we'll be playing this until November at least, like into November as well. So we'll see how that goes. And again, this isn't a thing that we can never come back to. I want to make that clear. Let's say we decide to take a break after this. There's no rules to say that after I finish another game, I can't be like, oh, let's do another route of Last Defense Academy. Let's finish another game. Oh, let's do another route of Last Defense Academy. There's no rule against this. We could go on doing Last Defense Academy for the rest of this channel's life. We could. Thank you so much to my patrons at the highest tier, that being Tyfire2, Jamie Bull, Janet Banana, The Ghost of Nuzuma, Felicious Felix, Yuld, Radish Adusta, Lynx Markey, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Leon, Heike Sprayan, Jared Beanham at the highest tier of my YouTube, Royal Game of 7 and Blasco, and Lucinagi, and I'll see you all so soon. Bye-bye.